The night he threw away his dream. Have you ever reached a point where your dream felt so far away that you thought maybe it was never meant for you? Where the thing you once loved now only hurts to think about? That's exactly where Daniel was. The night he threw away his dream. Daniel grew up in a small town where everyone knew your name. He wasn't rich, he wasn't popular, but he had something most people didn't: a dream. He wanted to become a filmmaker, not for fame, not for followers, but because every time he held a camera, the world felt alive again. At 15, he borrowed his dad's old camcorder and filmed stories about his neighborhood. At 18, he sent his first short film to a competition and lost. At 20, he moved to the city with nothing but a backpack, a cheap camera, and a heart full of hope. For a while, that hope was enough, but dreams don't always grow in straight lines. Sometimes they break before they bloom. For 2 years, Daniel worked in coffee shops, edited wedding videos, and sent hundreds of emails to production studios. Every reply said the same thing: "Sorry, not what we're looking for." Every no cut a little deeper. Every rejection felt like a brick being laid on his chest. His friends were moving on. New jobs, new homes, stable lives. And Daniel? He was still chasing something that gave nothing back. Then came the night that changed everything. It was past midnight. Daniel sat in his tiny apartment, rain hitting the window like small reminders of everything he hadn't achieved. His laptop glowed with another email. "We regret to inform you." He stared at the screen until his eyes burned. And then, something inside him broke. He opened the folder that held all his film projects. Hundreds of clips, thousands of hours of work. Moments that once made him proud. He dragged them all into the trash and deleted them. Gone. He whispered to himself, "Maybe this dream just wasn't meant for me." He unplugged the camera, packed it away, and went to bed. That was the night Daniel threw away his dream. The next morning, he woke up to silence. For the first time in years, there was no plan, no purpose, no dream pulling him forward. He made coffee and sat at his desk. As he opened his laptop one last time, he noticed a new email. It wasn't from a studio, not a job offer. It was from a girl named Mia. The subject line read, "Your short film saved my life." Daniel froze. He opened the message. Mia wrote that 2 years ago she stumbled upon one of his old films online, a story about hope, about getting up when life knocks you down. She said she'd been in a dark place, and that film gave her a reason to stay. Daniel sat there, tears filling his eyes. The film no one had awarded, no one had praised, had saved someone's life. In that moment, Daniel realized his dream wasn't about being seen. It was about making others see. He picked up his camera again, not for validation, not for approval, but for impact. He started small. Videos about strangers, stories about resilience, short films about real people fighting invisible battles. One by one, his videos began to spread, not because they were perfect, but because they were real. He stopped chasing success and started chasing meaning. Years later, Daniel stood on a stage, accepting an award for his latest documentary, a film dedicated to anyone who ever thought they weren't enough. The crowd rose to their feet, but Daniel wasn't thinking about fame. He was thinking about that one email, that one person, and the night he almost gave up. Maybe you've been where Daniel was, tired, rejected, ready to let go of the dream that once set your soul on fire. But here's the truth. Sometimes the dream doesn't need to change. You just need to remember why you started. Your story might not be famous. It might not go viral, but it might save someone's life. And isn't that worth everything? So tonight, before you give up, before you throw away your dream, ask yourself this: what if the world still needs what only I can create? Because maybe, just maybe, your next chapter will be the one that changes everything. This is your sign to pick up your dream again. Never stop creating. Someone out there needs your story. If you are ready to change your life, please let me know in comment section.